I keep searching for the moment where you start to fade away, but every memory I reach for still wants to stay. It's hard to tell where you end now and where I begin. Like something in my story won't give in. The past still breathes in quiet corners I never left behind. A gentle kind of confusion in my mind. I thought that time would draw a line and make it clear to see, but nothing ever separates you from me. Where you end and I begin is something I can't find. A blurred and fragile boundary in my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we became, me and you. I walk through days without direction, like I'm half of what I was, as if I lost the other part, because even silence feels divided between then and now, like nothing really answers how. The world keeps acting like it knows me, but I don't feel the same. Like I'm just carrying fragments of your name. I thought I'd feel more hope by now, but I feel split in two between what I became and you. Where you end and I begin keeps shifting every day. A quiet kind of confusion won't go away. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back once more to everything we used to be before. Maybe love was never simple. It blurred the lines between two hearts that slowly turned unseen. And maybe I was never ready to separate us clean, so I keep you in my ending and my in between. Even unclear endings still occur. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains. A love that never fully left its chains. And somewhere in that blurred horizon, you still feel true. A fragile kind of ending I go through. Where you end and I begin is something I can't say. A quiet kind of merging that won't decay. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. In everything I am, it's you. It's you. It's you. I keep searching for the moment where you start to fade away. But every memory I reach for still wants to stay. It's hard to tell where you end now and where I begin. Like something in my story won't give in. The past still breathes in quiet corners I never left behind. A gentle kind of confusion in my mind. I thought the time would draw a line and make it clear to see, but nothing ever separates you from me. After all this time, I still remember the way you used to stay. Like nothing in the world could pull you away. I tried to rebuild my quiet life around what isn't there, but every corner of my mind still knows you were there. The days move forward without asking if I'm ready to move on, as if the part of me you touched is gone. I told myself it would get lighter with every passing day, but some memories don't follow time's way. After all this time, I'm still holding what I never let go. A quiet kind of feeling that moves slow, and every echo in the silence still calls out your name, like nothing ever really changed. I've learned like something warm has turned into something dull. Even laughter from the outside feels slightly out of place, like it forgot the shape of your face. The world keeps acting like it knows me, but I feel out of tune, like I'm still living in a moment too soon. I thought that I would be okay by now, I'd understand. But healing doesn't always go as planned. After all this time, I'm still searching for something left behind, a quiet kind of longing in my mind. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to everything we never said back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay within our reach. Some things are only lessons they teach. And maybe I was never ready to let it disappear. So I keep everything you were right here. Now I don't try to change it, I let it be. 'Cause even what is gone is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that softly lingers in my veins. And somewhere in the fading distance, you still feel true, a fragile kind of afterthought of you. After all this time, I'm still holding what never really ends, a quiet kind of memory that bends. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. After all this time, it's true. I wake up and I act the same, like nothing ever changed. But everything I feel inside has rearranged. I answer questions with a smile that doesn't mean a thing, just habits I keep using to keep everything. The world keeps moving past my face without a second glance, as if I'm just another part of circumstance. I thought it would be obvious the way I'm coming undone, but even pain can hide itself from everyone. No one notices the quiet fall that happens in my chest, a silent kind of breaking I suppress. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, but no one else can hear it just the same. I walk through days like I'm transparent, like I'm not really here, watching life go on without me, clear. Even voices in the distance don't reach where I stand, like I'm just holding emptiness in my hand. The hours pass without permission. They don't ask me to stay, they just keep taking pieces away. I thought someone might have seen it, the way I drift apart, but silence hides the cracks inside my heart. Sorrow I can't shake, and every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything I never showed back then. Maybe pain doesn't announce itself, it learns to disappear. It wears a face that looks like calm and clear. And maybe I was never ready to be so out of sight, so I keep falling silently each night. Now I don't expect to be seen, I let it go, because even invisible things still grow. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I hide, a love that broke in silence inside, and somewhere in that unseen space you still remain, a fragile kind of presence in my strain. No one notices the quiet fall, but I feel every part, a silent kind of ending in my heart. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you, even if but not completely gone. Just something in between the lines, moving on. The shape of us has changed its form without a clear goodbye, like something slowly learning how to survive. I still recognize your silence in the way you look away, as if we're both avoiding yesterday. I thought we'd stay the same forever, like time would not erase. But even love reshapes itself with space. Look at what we become now, not broken, not whole, just pieces of a story we don't control. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows our name. A love that changed its meaning, but stayed. We speak in softer conversations, careful what we show, like we're afraid of where the truth might go. Even memories feel different when I think of you and me, like they belong to someone else I see. The world keeps moving like it always did, but we don't move the same, like something in our rhythm changed. I thought that endings would be final, but this is not the end, just something we can't fully defend. Look at what we become now, no beginning, no last line, just quiet transformations over time. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay in one fixed place. It bends and shifts and learns its shape. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep what we become here. Because even changing love is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we are, a love that didn't vanish but scar. And somewhere in what we became, you still feel near, a fragile become is true. I stand at what feels like the ending, without a final word, just everything we never fixed or heard. The space between us feels familiar, like it learned our shape, a quiet kind of distance we can't escape. I don't reach out the way I used to, I've learned to let it be. But letting go is not the same as free. I thought we'd find a way to meet halfway in the dark, but even love can miss its mark. It's one last distance between us now that time cannot erase, a final kind of silence in its place. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we lost in us, me and you. We talk like nothing really happened, but everything has changed, like something in our story rearranged. Even simple moments feel uncertain, like they don't know our name, as if we're still together, but not the same. The world keeps moving past us gently, without a second glance, but we are standing in the middle of what we had by chance. I thought that we could fix it if we just stayed around, but some distances don't close once they're found. It's one last distance between us now that grows with every day, a quiet kind of ending in its way. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay aligned and still. It bends and breaks in ways we feel. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fall apart, so I carry this last distance in my heart. Now I don't try to cross it, I let it stand, because even final distances are planned. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we knew. A love that ended softly but grew. And somewhere in that ending space, you still remain. A fragile kind of distance in my pain. It's one last distance between us now that never goes away. A quiet kind of silence every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. This one last distance is true. I've been drifting through the hours without a place to land. Like every step I take is slipping through my hand. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, but I fall out of time, as if I lost the part of me that used to align. Even silence feels less empty than it used to be before, because now it only reminds me what I'm searching for. I thought I'd find my balance if I just kept moving on, but drifting doesn't end when you're gone. I'm just drifting without you now, through spaces undefined. A quiet kind of emptiness inside my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to all the pieces of myself I lost with you. I pass through days like passing shadows without leaving a trace, like I'm a stranger to the moments I face. Even time feels unreliable. It bends without a plan, like nothing ever holds its shape in my hand. The city lights look unfamiliar, like they've forgotten me, as if I'm just a passing thought at sea. I thought that I would feel direction once I let you go, but drifting only shows me what I know. I'm just drifting without you now. No anchor, no reply. A quiet kind of motion passing by. And every time the sound returns, it drags me back again to everything I it be, because even drifting endlessly is part of me. The night becomes a quiet ocean without a shore in sight, a love that never taught me how to write. And somewhere in the moving distance, you still feel near, a fragile kind of memory I hold dear. I'm just drifting without you now, through everything I knew, a fading kind of journey without you. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on true. I'm still drifting without you. It's you. It's you. Through days that feel too wide, like something's missing in the air. Even the light looks half alive without you there. The world keeps moving like it should, but I don't move the same. It feels like I'm just passing through without a name. I hear your presence in the spaces between each passing sound, like something I can almost touch but can't hold down. I told myself I'd learn to breathe without what we had, but breathing feels like something I forgot I ever had. It's this hollow distance in my chest that never seems to end, a quiet kind of longing I defend. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me back to every little piece of us I lack. I try to fill the empty hours with anything I find, but nothing stays in place for long. Inside my mind, even laughter from the outside world feels far away and thin, like I'm behind a glass I can't step in. The night becomes a slow reminder of everything we were, a memory that never learns to blur. I thought that time would make it lighter, that I would feel release, but time just makes the quiet increase. It's this hollow distance in my chest that lingers when I sleep, a broken kind of promise I still keep. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me through the past, to all the things I couldn't make last. Maybe love was never built to stay within our hands. It drifts away like shifting sand from plan. And maybe I was never ready for what would come apart, so I carry all the distance in my heart. fight the emptiness, I let it stay, because even hollow spaces have their way. The night becomes a quiet mirror of what I feel inside, a love that never truly left but died. And somewhere in that hollow feeling, you still remain, a fragile kind of echo in my pain. It's this hollow distance in my chest that never lets me go, a quiet kind of absence I still know. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you inside this hollow distance. It's true. Watch the night begin to fade without a sound or sign, like everything we built together was left behind in time. The colors of the room grow pale, like fading photographs, and even memories start to lose their path. I try to hold on to the details, but they slip through my hands, like water running through the lines I planned. I know nothing stays the same forever, even love must change its shape. But some goodbyes don't arrive, they just escape. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that I cannot control, a quiet kind of breaking in the soul. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands, a love that slowly vanishes from my hands. I walk through days that feel less certain, like edges wearing thin, as if the world forgot the place I've been. Your voice appears in distant echoes, then fades before I reach, like something just beyond my grasp and speech. The city moves without me noticing, look behind, but I'm still standing in the place you left behind. I thought I'd feel it ending clearly, like a door would gently close, but endings often happen without shows. It's a slow dissolve of memory that lingers in my chest, a quiet kind of losing what I loved best. And every time the sound returns, it brings you back again to everything that slowly fades. And then maybe love somewhere in the dissolving silence, you still exist. A fragile kind of memory I can't resist. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that never really ends, just echoes of a story that pretends. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you in the slow dissolve. I do. We ran out of words to hold us somewhere along the way. What used to feel so certain started to decay. Now every conversation ends before it really starts, like we're just carefully avoiding our parts. Even silence feels rehearsed now, like we already know that anything we try to say won't go. I thought we'd find the right words to fix what slipped away, but some things lose their language along the way. There's nothing left to say now, no reason to pretend. A quiet kind of ending that won't mend. And every echo in the silence still carries what we knew. A love that slowly stopped being true. I see you in the smallest gestures we no longer repeat, like echoes of a rhythm incomplete. Even time feels less important, like it doesn't care that everything we built is still half there. The world keeps speaking in full sentences, but we don't speak the same. Like every word we almost say turns tame. I thought that talking might restore us, but talking made it clear that some connections fade while still near. There's nothing left to say now, just silence in between. A quiet kind of distance, unseen. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we lost in words back then. Maybe love doesn't need answers to know it's gone. It just stops speaking softly and moves on. And maybe I was never ready for what would come to be, so I keep all our silence in me. to say now, no reason left to try. A quiet kind of ending, goodbye. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you when there's nothing left to say. It's true. Look for traces in the silence of what we used to be, but all I find are empty spaces between you and me. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing ever changed, but everything inside me feels rearranged. Carry fragments of your presence in ways I can't explain. A gentle kind of memory that stays. I thought that I would lose you fully with enough time apart, but some connections don't erase the heart. This is what remains of us now, a quiet aftertone, a soft and fading echo, all alone. And every sound that slips through silence feels like it knows my name. A love that never really left, changed. I walk through days that feel familiar, but something isn't right. Like part of me is missing from the light. Even simple conversations feel half of what they were, like words forgot the meaning of her. The world keeps turning like it should, but I don't feel the spin. Like I'm still somewhere in between. And then I thought I'd reach a final place where everything would end, but some beginnings never suspend. This is what remains of us now, no beginning, no end, just echoes of a feeling I defend. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to everything we used to be back then. Maybe love was never whole from the very start. keep here. This is what remains of us now.